Two sellers, two very different results. And the difference came down to a few key factors. Welcome back to A Tale of Two Sales, where we break down the real numbers behind Ottawa's housing market. I'm Dean, and every week I analyze one property that absolutely crushed it and one that struggled, so you can learn what actually moves the market in the city. All right, so jumping into it, we are going to start our search for these properties. So what we're going to do, the way we're going to do it is we're going to just circle a map. So we're going to go here. We're going to go into the general Ottawa area. We're going to include some of these properties or some of these places like Carleton Place, Kempville, and all that stuff. So Armpire as well. So let's just do one of these. And we'll get Clarence Rockland in there. And now, to find the ones that didn't succeed, in my opinion, is what we're going to do is I have a special search here. So this is percentage listing price. What that means is this is how much they sold to the percent of the listing price, right? So first things first, we're going to go less than 95%. Okay, and then we're going to adjust the, actually, let's just, since we're here, we already see one match. Okay, that's completely the opposite of what I wanted. But we're going to do sold, and we're going to do from today's date, and we're going to go back to the 18th. So I'm just going to look at, on a basis like this, we have 79 matches, which is interesting. So let's go, yeah, all right. So let's do 95% of list price. So for context as well, 79 homes in the last 2 weeks almost have sold less than 95% of asking price. So what does that mean, right? So we got one here, 1250 Trenton Avenue, huge. Obviously, when you get to these higher price points, the percentages make a huge difference. So 2.79 million sold for 2.65, right? So it's a huge discount. Originally, all right. So what is this? It's a newer, yeah, Central Park. But this is the one that I wasn't originally looking for this one. I'm looking at the one that is, where is it? So this one here. So the James Street condo. So listed at $1,090,000 and sold for $1 million flat after 41 days at being at that price. The other part about that is we want to look at the history, right? So they originally, about a year ago, so August of 2024, they listed for 1.5, $460,900. They listed at that price for about 4 months. Then January 2025, the listing expired. They dropped it at the end of the month. They listed at 1.15 million. So that's a huge price drop there, like nearly 400K, right? And then they were at that price for most of the year. We can see here. And then in December, sorry, not in December, in October, they decided to list at $1,090,000. Right? And that they stayed at that price for the 3 months. So that 41 days is not actually 41 days. It's longer than that. That 41 days is actually since October. So is that October, November, December, January. So that's 4 months at that price point. What they did is they actually let it expire, and then they came up as a new listing again. So that sold conditionally on the 15th of this month, then sold firm on the 27th. So 3 days ago, as of this recording. Now the condo is very nice, obviously, right? Like there is a lot of good stuff of it. It's being sold by the James Street condo building, right? So it's a new build that nobody's lived in. Great location for the property, but it was overpriced, right? Like at the 1.5 million, it was grossly overpriced. But the building is nice. It's really high tech. It's got a lot of things that you would like about it, but it is a bit small too. It's 1,233 square feet. So I think now it's more in the range of the million. Which makes sense. Like the buyer got I'd say about a solid deal. I wouldn't say it's a great deal, but I think it's a solid deal overall. And then we're gonna look at, like, this is just the finishes. The fit and finishes are nice. Nothing to like blow your socks off, honestly. Like it's not that big. It's solid, but it's $1 million condo, right? Um, and we don't have the condo fees on this yet, I believe. But it's nice, right? Like there's nothing to complain about here. Really nice terrace. It's like it's a rooftop mid-rise building. This is unit 807, right? So you're on the highest floor. You have no neighbors above you. You got a really beautiful like walkout patio. So there is a lot to like about it, but again, it's sold for kind of what it's worth, not above that, right? Um, the one thing too is like they got to $1 million sold price, right? Did they start off at $1 million? No, they probably started somewhere in the 900s and then worked there. Like they negotiated probably for days to get to that $1 million price point. So keep that in mind. Um, Apparently it comes with one parking space, but in the notes here we have exclusions. So one underground parking is $60,000. A storage locker is $10,000. So that was probably factored in why they sold for $1 million. This is like if somebody's buying it, plus you're going to spend another 60K on a parking spot, plus another 10K for the storage locker. That's a lot of money. In terms of amenities, the building is pretty nice. It's like it looks nice. It's really well located on Bank Street. Like you got the rooftop here, rooftop pool. This should one of these should be yours. Probably this one right here. Yeah, nice gym. Like this is one of the better gyms I've seen in the city. Like really nice party room. Everything's well designed, really really well done. The pool is absolutely stunning, honestly. You don't have any other high-rise buildings blocking your view, which is great. So overall, it looks like a really nice condo, but you can see the condo market hasn't been friendly, and it's affected the builder in this way too, right? So now we're going to go into somebody that had a lot of success. So we're going to do the opposite, right? So we did 95% of asking price to see who learned a lesson this week. Now we're going to see who won, right? So we're going to do 100 and we're going to do plus. So 100% or more. And we got 72 results, which is interesting, right? So we had 79 below asking price. Sorry, 79 sales less than 95% of asking price. So that means they got a 5% discount or more. And then we got 72 that got asking price or more on it, right? So one that stood out to me was this guy right here on Duncairn. So this is a tale as old as time. Properties in Westboro go quick and they go for the most amount of money if they're priced appropriately, right? So these guys did really well. They are right in the heart of Westboro. So where are they? They are right off of Dover Court, off of Churchill, which is a little bit surprising. Churchill is a bit of a busy road. I mean, not a bit, but it's a busy road. And they're the second. What is it? They're the fifth house over, right? Um, and it took 3 days on the market. They got 1.29 million firm. So that means there was no condition. Somebody bought this house firm. Now let's take a look at it. It is actually quite a nice place. I did like it quite a bit. Fit and finishes for these style of homes are going to be very nice. You're going to go in there and you're going to be wowed. Like you have 10-foot ceilings in there, waterfall island, hardwood up and down. Like everything on these type of homes, especially in the Westboro area, it's going to be premium, and that's why they do command a bit of a premium price point. Now, the two properties that we're comparing, obviously, they're not comparable at all. Similar kind of lifestyles, I'd say. Bank Street, Westboro, kind of that walking kind of feel. A lot of walkability in the area. But yeah, like for 290,000 more, you get a full semi-detached home with a backyard and all that stuff, and you're still in a premium part of the city, with your own parking space and all this and that, right? So I'd say like this is where your money can actually get you, right? Like pot lights throughout. Look at the hardwood, look at the masonry around there. Like this is a really nice house. Granite countertops everywhere throughout, up and down. So look at the master bedroom, beautiful vaulted ceilings, walk-in closet. Like it's pretty good size. The five-piece main bath or five-piece ensuite, really nice, massive tub. You don't see this too often in these type of builds. This is a little bit more on the rare side to see an ensuite this size, but it's quite nice, and I love it. Nice little window. Like look at the tub. Like you won't see these too often. Um, well, at this price point, you won't see them too often. But yeah, nice little skylight here. I do like that. There's a lot of fit and finishing touches that like really like make this home stand out, and they knew that, right? And listing in the winter sometimes does help that because they're probably the only one on the market that looks like this. So that's kind of what helped them get that attraction. And like again, granite countertops throughout, like everywhere. Everything matches. Everything looks seamless. Like it's perfect. The basement is actually really nice. Really good size basement. Has its own half bath in there, which is a little bit surprising. I wonder why they just did a half bath in there. I thought somebody would want to put a shower in there just in case, like if it's a guest area or whatever. But still, I mean, you can't complain about that. It does have a bedroom in here as well. They're using it as a gym, but it can easily be used as a bedroom. Beautiful den area, kind of like hangout space. It's nice and big enough. It's really really good for the Westboro area. But this is that washroom that I was talking about. Like I would love to see a shower in there, like just like a basic shower. Uh, that would help quite a bit. But again, granite countertops, everything looks seamless. Backyard is quite nice, good size, stucco all around. So really, really high quality, high end finishings in and out of the house. Brick finish in the front. And the lot size 23 wide by 80 feet deep, so it's actually a really good sized backyard. 1,894 square feet for that location is quite good. um, Fully finished basement, so you got two parking spaces in the front, one in the garage. Yeah, so cool, quite impressive. So what did they sell? They sold at 102% of asking price, which is really good. They did really well, and for obvious reason. In 3 days, you know that area is very hot, and because there's nothing else to choose from, people jumped on it. And you got to imagine there was at least 2 to 3 offers on this, if not four. The fact that it sold firm and 30 grand, or what is it, 20 grand over asking, that's pretty surprising. I wouldn't think that somebody would pay that much more over, but see, like people do love the area. And that's the only semi-detached above a million that sold this week, right, or in the last 2 weeks. Another one I wanted to just quickly touch on. Let's see what else we can find here that's over asking. Like, look at this, McCurdy Drive, 91 McCurdy Drive, listed at 699, sold for 780. What happened there? How did that sell? So it's a massive house, 2,562 square feet, 74 by 100 lot, sold in 7 days. Any conditions? Yeah, it did actually sell conditionally after the third day on market. 4 days worth of conditions, and they came up 80 grand over asking, which is huge. What's up with this house? So it's just priced aggressively. It's a big house. Some small rentals. I hate these floors, honestly. Like these suck the life out of me. But I mean, whatever, right? For a massive two-story home, it does need some rental work. Like, what's happening here? I'm not sure who paid for the price for this home, but this is, it doesn't seem like that great of a deal. But I mean, for 699, you can't get anything this size, so I get it. No, it's a large house, so unfinished basement. Yeah, massive lot. So tons of potential. Somebody bought it for the potential, obviously. It looks like a busy road. It's like a through road, right? Like it goes to Castle Frank, and it's not a quiet street, that's for sure, which is interesting. So I'm surprised that this one went quite over, but again, size, well priced, location, those are the three factors, and it made a huge difference. And I like, based on the fact that they had 24 hours. What do they have? 48-hour irrevocable. Age of roof, full roof 1987, front roof 2016, repairs 2023, furnace 2014, windows 2012. So it's like nothing special about it. I'm actually surprised that this one got so much over, but hey, somebody must have really wanted it. I don't think I would pay that for that property, but let's see what else we can find here. Uh, what happened here? Dundonald. What else we got? Let's see something in the lower price points if somebody's overpaying for these. Mount Shannon in Barhaven, my old hood. So listed at 550, sold in 9 days for 580. So 30 grand over. Sold conditionally within 2 days, and then sold firm. My buddy Jeff Walker, good job. So what's happening with this house? So vacant, well-priced home. Mount Shannon isn't like a super quiet street. Like it's a through road, so it is pretty busy. And this place needs renos. Like, what is happening here? Like, it needs full updating. Like, this is an old. I mean, the sellers did really well here, and that shows. Like, if you price the inventory properly, your inventory will sell. And look at that, they got 30 grand more than asking, and the house is not new. This is an old house. Like, this is in 1996, 1,600 square feet. Is the basement finished? I don't think so. Okay, let's just go through this. Yeah, unfinished basement. So weird. 580 for that. That is wild. Clearly shows like the market is starving for inventory. So this is my video for the day. It's the tale of two sales, and obviously the ones that I focused on was the James Street condo. It didn't do well. They got a learning lesson the last week. But the one that is a big winner is the one on Duncairn. They did really well, priced it appropriately. They sold in 3 days. Like, selling in 3 days in this market and firm is very hard to do, but pricing it appropriately, timing the market, understanding where the inventory is, that these are all things that factor in, and they did a really good job. The James Street condo, they probably could have improved a little bit by pricing more accordingly, earlier on than instead of chasing the market, and that's kind of I think where they went. But that's also a builder owned property, so they kind of they have a little bit more free reign on what they want to do and what they can do. That's not a privately owned property where somebody had bought it and is shelling out money. The builder obviously has a little bit more finances that they can hold on to make that property last a little bit longer on the market. Um, those are my two. I'm going to do this on a weekly basis, so I'm going to review basically two properties every week, give you my breakdown why one sold high or did really well, and then why one didn't sell at the price it was asking for and why it didn't do well. And that's my breakdown for the week. Thank you guys so much for watching again. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.